Today, I want to do a little something different. I wanted to talk more about our home care agency here in Long Beach, California, right at home, Long Beach. I wanted to talk more about our five core values and share them with you because they're very important. We start our orientation, our training with all our caregivers and office staff with these core values because that's what makes us successful and makes us take care of our patients well. Okay. So the five core values are integrity, responsibility, accountability, communication, and teamwork. So I'll start with integrity because integrity, we view it as the underlying foundation of everything. Without integrity, you can't do any of the core values or really execute the work that our patients depend on us on. And so, an example, how I like to use values in terms of an example so people can understand what we mean, because a lot of things, words can be subjective or how you view that. So, integrity to us is as simple as when no one's looking, you do the right thing. It's very easy to do the right thing when someone's looking. I mean, I almost think to a certain extent it's human nature that we do that, but doing the right thing when no one's even looking. That's the important thing. Whether it's you're going above and beyond, or hey, there's a chance for you to maybe not do all the tasks, as an example, right? Just because of whatever it may be for whatever reason. Or you have the integrity to say, hey, I messed up. I really forgot my shift, as an example, or I forgot to do this paperwork versus making up some reason that we wouldn't know. But you have the integrity to own it, right? A lot of times it's about quote unquote bad things, but it could even be good things, right? Just having the integrity to yourself to do the great things. The second value is responsibility. So, how we see responsibility is, let's say, as you as a caregiver, you have the responsibility to execute the care plan on our task. You have the responsibility to take great care notes. My office staff has a responsibility, as well as myself, to communicate to caregivers when things change in a proper and timely manner. We have the responsibility to set up caregivers to be successful in the home with patient. We have a responsibility to make sure that the home is safe and clean for our staff to be in. Number three, and this gets confused with responsibility, is accountability. So responsibility is more around, hey, I own to do a certain task. Accountability is I am accountable for the outcome of the task or the work, right? So I am accountable if something doesn't work out the way it does in home care. We're dealing with people, we're dealing with emotions. So we understand it could be very complicated at times, or we're dealing with certain families. It could be hard, but you're taking accountability for the outcomes of what our client hired us to do. Okay. So that's really the key difference. Again, responsibility, because people get this confused. I run orientation almost every week or two with caregivers. Responsibility is I'm going to do this work. I'm responsible to execute. And accountability is based on what I executed, I am accountable for the outcomes that come out. Okay, whether they're good or bad. Number four is communication. Home care and in healthcare, we're all working as a team. There's a lot of moving parts. People unexpectedly go to the hospital, as an example. We're dealing with people. Caregivers might have personal emergencies. So we have to communicate to the client immediately when someone's not able to make a shift, as an example. And then we need to go communicate out of finding substitute caregivers. And then, of course, communicating to those caregivers that they understand the care plan and what they're walking into so that they're best prepared to be successful with our patients, as an example. So things are constantly moving. And as you may or may not know, if you're watching this video, home care is a 24/7 type business, just like any kind of healthcare. So on holidays, on weekends, at nights, we're open 24/7. So we are communicating constantly with families, with the patient, with other healthcare providers, potentially in the home, such as home health or hospice, team members and the staff, as well as the caregiving team, as an example. So we want to make sure everything is aligned as best as we can. Now, lastly, when that communication is teamwork. I remember having an orientation and someone challenged me on, I don't really follow the teamwork. I'm a caregiver. I'm by myself. I'm responsible and I'm accountable for taking care of the patient during my shift. Caregivers are the heart of our organization. We know that. And they deliver 80, 90% of the value of what's necessary to take care of our patients. The other 10 or 20% is the team, the back office staff in the back, assigning shifts, scheduling, communicating with caregivers. If there's a call out, doing that teamwork happening in the background so it's almost seamless to the patient if something wasn't working out the way we wanted it to or expected it to. I also think of when we have high acuity clients, such as 24/7s, there's a lot of moving parts because their conditions are very complicated. And so we have to work as a team of caregivers so that when we're handing off or relieving someone in the shift, you talk about with that caregiver, hey, this is what happened on my shift. I've documented it. This is what's going on. Or they took their medication, or they ate really well, or they had a bowel movement, as an example. That's very important. That's a form of teamwork, or reviewing care notes that we share with one another on the patient. So teamwork, right? And also alluded to, a lot of times there are other healthcare providers in the home as well, helping keep that patient safe and healthy in the home. So we have to communicate to, if there's a change in condition, all our caregivers are trained to log that, call the office, and then my staff is going to go communicate out to the appropriate home health or hospice that, hey, there was a change in condition. We need to work as a team and make sure that someone can come in, or let's expedite a nurse coming in the same day, or if not tomorrow, instead of the scheduled plan, because there was a change in condition and we just want to keep our patient safe in the home. So just wanted to share those 5 core values about our agency. One is integrity. Second one is responsibility. Third one is accountability. Fourth one is communication. And then the last one is teamwork. This really drives our success in helping out our patients and our seniors in the community. Thanks for watching. And if you enjoyed this video or any other videos, please like, subscribe, and share with anyone.